A lot's been made about what Donald Trump said at his rally in Texas this past Saturday, but a lot of people haven't paid much attention to what Donald Trump didn't say. And for obvious reasons. Typically, you don't talk about what somebody doesn't talk about, but in this particular instance, Donald Trump decided not to encourage people or even mention getting the COVID vaccines. And this is, of course, a departure for Donald Trump, who recently, during interviews and appearances, has been telling people, hey, I created these vaccines. You should get them, although I'm against mandates, he says. To be honest, it was one of the few good things Donald Trump's ever done in his life is encourage people to take the vaccines. But he ruined it, of course, being anti-mandates and telling people it's your personal choice. But he didn't say any of that on Saturday. And according to a new report from Politico, we now know why. And that is because his advisors, both formal and informal, are telling him to stop pushing these vaccines because it could alienate your base. And for once, Donald Trump actually decided to listen to his advisors. One of them, by the way, happens to be Steve Bannon, who says this. The vaccine hesitant, the vaccine resistant, and the anti-vax are a rising political force in the country, a force that will start to gain power in the primaries. Even President Trump's most ardent MAGA followers, vaccinated or not, do not want him discussing this. He's not wrong either. Donald Trump did, in fact, face some pretty significant backlash from his supporters after encouraging people to get the vaccines and calling Republicans who won't admit to whether or not they got the booster gutless. And of course, that was pretty much what everybody assumed to be a shot at Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, who recently also dodged the question yet again about whether or not he's been boosted. So what does this all mean? It means DeSantis won. Donald Trump, and to be honest, that's the bigger takeaway, other than his advisors clearly telling him don't talk about this. More to that in a minute, but his refusal to now go out there and push these vaccines proves that Ron DeSantis beat him at this. And that's not good for Donald Trump. You know what else isn't good, though? Not encouraging people to protect themselves when we're still in a deadly pandemic with several thousand Americans dying every single day. And of course, Republicans are dying at a much faster rate, a much higher rate than Democrats are. I mean, it's not a solely Republican disease at this point, but it's quickly becoming that. We're rapidly approaching 900,000 American deaths. It is estimated we will hit 1 million deaths this year. And so again, one of the few good things Trump was doing was taking credit for the vaccines by encouraging people to get them. I don't care if he takes credit. I know he didn't personally create them, but if it gets more people to protect themselves so we can get beyond this pandemic, I don't care what he says to encourage people to get them. And now it's gone. It's gone because of gutless people like Steve Bannon, like Ron DeSantis, and all these other advisors who are telling him, don't alienate your crazy base. Yeah, here's a better piece of advice. Don't kill your base, because you're going to kill probably as many people as you would have alienated. So all in all, it's a net wash for Donald Trump at this point. Not that I want him to win or that I want people to vote for him, but at the end of the day, I think killing your base is a hell of a lot worse than just alienating them. One of today's video sponsors is Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars. Healthy snacks have a bad reputation, and let's be honest, most don't taste very good. They don't fill you up, and they certainly don't satisfy any of your cravings. Munk Pack makes snacks that taste like our favorite sugary treats, but with 1 gram of sugar or less. Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars contain 1 gram of sugar or less, 2 to 3 grams of net carbs, and they're only 150 calories. They're great for anyone following a keto lifestyle and the perfect snack for anyone who's trying to eat better or cut back on sugar and carbs without sacrificing taste. Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars have a perfect balance of sweet and salty, a crunch from whole nuts and seeds, but still manage to be soft and chewy. They come in delicious flavors like sea salt dark chocolate, caramel sea salt, and peanut butter dark chocolate. They're perfect for a quick snack to satisfy your sweet tooth without any guilt, and you can enjoy Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars as a quick breakfast while running errands or after a workout. In addition to being keto-friendly, the bars are also gluten-free, plant-based, non-GMO with no soy, trans fats, sugar alcohols, or artificial colors. So try it for yourself and you'll see, and we have a special deal for our Ring of Fire viewers. Get 20% off your first purchase of any Munk Pack product by visiting munkpack.com and entering our code ROF at checkout. And Munk Pack is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll exchange the product or refund your money, whichever you prefer. To get started, just go to munkpack.com. That's munkpack.com. Select any product, then enter code ROF at checkout to save 20% off your purchase.